People are often really intimidated by energy. They think that they need to have some sort of Reiki qualification in order to work with it, but actually that's not the case at all. All you need is to be able to focus and to believe in it. So people tend to think of, energy coming out your hands. It doesn't have to, but it actually helps us to think of it that way. But we all actually contain an enormous amount of energy. In fact, we are all energy. And there's a lot you can do with it. So I had done a previous video about pink trails. I'll just recap that we use pink for calming. So if we think of a pink energy as calming, and I just think of like a lovely pink smoke, and I use my hands to actually walk the path. You don't have to though. You can do this all in your head. It's all about your intention. But if you have somewhere in the house, for example, that the animal doesn't want to go to, you sometimes get dogs or cats that for whatever reason will not go behind the sofa, or when you move house you find there's certain rooms they're really uncomfortable in, or they go out their way to avoid certain areas, then you can use that pink energy to encourage them. So but what you're saying by laying this trail is you're saying, here's my pink energy and this is safe. And you're setting the intention that you are drawing a safe path for that, and you'd be surprised how effective that is. You can also use your personal energy to calm your pets. I did another video on that separately, actually, on YouTube. Again, you don't need any training to do this. You need to be calm yourself. There's lots of ways you can calm yourself. I mean, you can Google hundreds of ways. I find that obviously deep breathing, belly breathing, sometimes even just touching and stroking yourself, especially if you're anxious, sometimes that can knock you out of it, around your face and your wrists. Obviously I don't do that in public, but it's actually quite a nice way to calm yourself. But also just spending time trying to focus and get out of whatever is going on. So once you're calm yourself, I usually use my hands again, just because I guess that's how I was taught, and that's how people visualize it. I hold my hands over the carry case or over the animal. You can touch them. You'll find actually that if you're a bit fizzy, the animals aren't quite as keen to be close to you. If you're calm, they really want to be around you. But before I take, especially the chickens, they do get really stressed, and you can't really comfort chickens because they don't like to be touched. I will hold my hand over the carry case and visualize again this pink energy coming out. I also talk to them. I tell them what's happening. I know you don't like this. I know that this freaks you out, but we're going to the vet and it's for your best. That's in your interest that we go to the vet. I'm doing the best for you. I really like the vets. I really trust the vets. I know you probably don't, but you'll just have to trust me because I trust them, so I think you can trust them. Just tell them what's going on. That helps calm me when I sit in a car and I talk about, because I do like my vet. If you don't like your vet, get another one. But and I'm basically saying to them, I know you don't like this, but this is what's going to happen today. And I find it's really, really effective. And in fact, I do have another video on my YouTube that where little Sally, I had done this Reiki energy before we left, just spent a few minutes visualizing that calming energy over her. And actually, as I was sitting in the car waiting, this was during COVID times when we couldn't go in and wait, I just realized that actually she's just in a little box purring. This is effectively the waiting room for the vet, and she was just really calm, and it was because I'd done the energy before. So you can do it. You don't have to feel it. You just have to know that it's there, and visualizing helps that. When I first did Reiki, I used to get really worked up because people would talk about all the effects they have. I don't get a lot of that. I do feel it very strongly in my hands now, but it's taken a long time for that to happen. That doesn't mean it's not happening. We all are capable of doing this, and really the only factor that matters is that you believe that you're doing it and you believe that it works. You can use this sort of idea of pink trails as well to get insects out. We have a lot of windows and a lot of bees and flies get up against the window, and I usually open the door and then I will visualize or even walk a sort of path for them to follow to the door. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I think it's worked and I find lots of dead bees on the windowsill later. But you can do all these things. Again, it's just about your intention. So don't get discouraged if you don't feel energy. Just know and trust that it's there, and don't be scared of trying stuff. Just using your calm energy, there's a lot you can do with it. You can pass it on to other animals, you can calm them down, you can do all these energy trails. There's so much you can do. It's a brilliant thing to explore. So go try some things.